Robert Jack here. Lately I've been really trying to broaden my horizons and tackle subjects that are a little outside of my wheelhouse. For example, this old farmhouse from the next town over, or this roadside vegetable stand overflowing with pumpkins, or even this mason jar, which I set up as a still life with a couple lemons and an old curtain. Well, today I'm working on a train, and mechanical objects and vehicles have always been hard for me. That's why I've chosen to use the grid method to transfer the details from the reference photo into this watercolor sketchbook. I'm working with gouache, and I started out with a really thin wash of burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and titanium white. This gives me this grayish purple color that I'll lay down over the entire sketch to get rid of the white of the paper and give me some tone to build on. And next I'm going to move on to the sky. I like to paint the farthest objects first, in this case the sky, and then I'll throw in those background trees, and then I'll work on the houses moving forward in the scene. I'm not worrying too much about detail just yet. There'll be time for that later. So now let's talk about this reference photo for a minute. I took it off Wikipedia and sized it to match my 5x8 sketchbook. You can see the perspective lines that I'll be keeping in mind. We have a vanishing point that is just off the right-hand side of the page. I'll try to remember that. And by overlaying the golden ratio, check this out, we can see that all the interest is happening over here in the upper left, and our eye is naturally guided off along the length of the train. And it's just a great composition, and all credit for that goes to the photographer, Davey, for this layout. And there's the 1-inch grid that I overlaid to help me transfer the information to the sketchbook fairly accurately. Now, a funny thing about this train is that I've actually ridden it. This line used to run in the Wixom area here in Michigan, and when I was little, we lived in the area, and I was obsessed with trains. This was back before Jurassic Park was in the theaters. We're talking pre-dinosaur obsession for me. And I called my mom after I finished this painting, and we were talking about it, and sure enough, my parents took me for a ride on this train, the Star Clipper. Dinner train, and it's all coming back to me now. So this was a special painting for me, and I didn't even know it until it was finished. Well, I'm really happy with the illustration and how it turned out. Whether it's a farmhouse, a mason jar, a freight train, I feel like my options are really opening up lately. Now, I still avoid human portraiture at all costs. And trust me, that's for the best. I am not ready for that yet, but maybe we'll tackle that, I don't know, maybe next year. We'll see. But there we have it, the Star Clipper dinner train. Thanks for watching, and hey, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.